Hey, everybody. Coach MJ here on this Sunday, chilly Sunday evening. I keep threatening to move to Florida. Oh, wait a minute. That's right. I live in Florida. 46 degrees, guys. It's cold. And if my neck gets cold, I'm done. So I'm trying to keep my neck warm. I got my jacket on. I got my slippers on. I got my long johns on. I forgot my blanket. I'm gonna have to go get up and go get my blanket. No, it's okay. I'll survive. So how are you guys doing this weekend? Blessed Sunday to you. I hope that your Sunday has been an incredible one for you and your family, that you're getting some family time now that people are getting out and about, and hoping that not too many people are feeling under the weather very often these days, because illness is something that is not fun, and we don't want any of our friends to be suffering from any kind of an illness, right? So I am here and it's 2 minutes to 6. So just join me if you can. And if you want to join with me on live in the Facebook group, I created a post to remind you that we're here. And I even have the link in that post. You can click on it, jump over here, get into Zoom with me and hang out with me and listen to the reading of the book and ask questions, or just whatever's going on in your business. If you're a network marketer and you have a business that you've been growing and this book's been helpful, we'd like to hear your story as well. If you're getting some family to. So let me go over here, get my phone going here so that I can see if there's anybody that's going to show up and let us know that they're here. And I better prop this thing up so it don't fall over on me. There we go. That should work. All right, guys, I'm here and we are reading The Residual Life with Michelle Schaefer. And she is an author. She is a network marketer. She has built multiple businesses, million-dollar businesses in her career. She's now building a business for Christian women or women of faith. So if you are interested and want to learn a little bit more about that, just let me know, drop a comment down below and say, yeah, I'd like to get more information on that. And I'd be happy to provide you with some. So we are talking today we are on week 11 and we're on chapter 9, creating a culture. Okay, guys, listen up. I hope you brought your book with you. I hope you have your notebook. I hope you're taking notes. We're going to talk about culture. When we talk about network marketing, what's your network marketing culture look like? What does your business's culture look like? Well, we're going to find out what it's supposed to look like. And maybe you'll get some really good tips in this book to help you with your network marketing business. Now, if you're coming on the replay, please put down in that chat replay that you've watched this. It'll be on YouTube, so you can watch it over there on YouTube and subscribe to my channel. You can watch it here in the Facebook group and tell your friends about it. Invite them to come, but do not use the invite button. Make sure you just let them know, give them a copy of the URL so they can join the group. Because when you invite people to groups, they don't even know they got invited. So if you really, truly feel that this group can help them, then be polite, go out of your way and ask them if they're interested, and that you're going to provide them with the link so they can join, because we're here to help. Creating a culture. Culture is like the wind. It's invisible, yet its effects can be seen and felt. Brian Walker. Finding a company with a culture that you can buy into and fall in love with is an important puzzle piece. When Bobby and I were co-founders of our own network marketing company, we had a truly clear vision of the culture we wanted to create. A company's culture is the beliefs, values, attitudes, and overall experience that people feel. When someone's core values don't line up with company culture, they will eventually leave. If I am totally transparent, I hadn't really put a ton of thought into a team's culture until recently. I was on a call with the global president of sales and marketing of a top global network marketing company. We had an open discussion and he commented back to me something that really caused me to think. His comment was, the culture that you and Bobby had built on your team was rare, and that building a team culture was not only hard, but not all leaders can do it. I couldn't disagree. I have always felt that a team had the best people on the planet, and they keep attracting more like-minded people. After that phone call, I really began thinking about how important it is to create a team culture as well as knowing how to do it. I have said this a few times already, but it is so important. I'm going to say it again. People sign up for one reason, but they stick around for another. A big part of that is the culture of the team. Your team culture will begin with you. When you as a leader, when you are as a leader as well, who you are as a leader as well as how you set the tone for everyone else, because this profession predicts itself on the follow the leader model. Who you are, how you respond, train, and treat your team will likely be duplicated. Your team will duplicate 100% of what you don't do and about 50% of what you do. Do you give a lot of recognition for your team stars? How do you recognize them? Do you hold a lot of team events? Do you conduct training calls? Do you have team shirts? Do you have social media pages for your team? Do you have team social events? These are just a few examples, but these and many others will determine the type of culture on your team. As your team grows, the culture will really begin to form. And here are a few ways to lay the foundation for team culture. Calls. As soon as I jumped into network marketing, Bobby told me we needed to have a weekly team synergy and participation call. Since he was my mentor and knew how to build teams, I listened and agreed. Every single week for over 15 plus years, we hosted team calls. On these calls, we bring on emerging leaders from the team to be recognized and showcased in front of everyone else. We share testimonies, announce contests and incentives, promotions and announcements, and good old-fashioned network marketing 101 training. Post-COVID, this has changed a bit. Since people's schedules have shifted, it may be harder to get people on a live Zoom or video meeting. We split our team doing live trainings on our private Facebook group or on Zoom. Bobby and I have always built together as a couple. We have different personalities, so our team would get to hear different voices and perspectives on each call. We are also very playful, so our calls always have an element of fun. We love to laugh, make the business exciting. Having a weekly gathering of some sort is vital to creating and maintaining your team culture. It allows people to see others that are going through the same challenges and victories that they are. It helps people to feel that they are part of a community. It helps members of the team get to know each other better. Having a weekly gathering of some sort is vital to creating and maintaining your team culture. Live Zoom meetings have allowed us to build a stronger bond and deeper friendships with the people from all over the globe. We get to see the look in someone's eyes and feel their passion through the screen. Technology has forever changed this profession and continues to improve so quickly. By the time you read this, we may be using something better. Another benefit of having a weekly team call is the ability to help your leaders develop. Allowing more people to participate in the calls will enable them to stretch, learn how to communicate, and train more effectively. Sometimes people are terrified of speaking on a call or at an event. By having them participate more and more, they are developing the skills they will need for the future to lead their teams. At first, people will need a lot of direction and structure when speaking on a call, but their skill will grow little by little. And before they know it, they will be a pro and love doing it. I have seen it happen over and over through the years. Watching team members grow in their skill level is incredibly gratifying to see. In addition to weekly team calls, we have various other calls we do throughout the year. We have provided opt-in high accountability groups with our team, which have their own private call once a week. We also provide leadership calls for anyone who has reached a certain rank. Another great call we provide was live opportunity call over the years. Periodically, we change things up so things don't get stale, but the bottom line is having calls provides synergy and helps the team grow. Recognition. What and how do you recognize the people on your team? We use social media as a terrific way to show and share the recognition of milestones for our team members. I have found that a culture that celebrates as many things as possible is a healthy one. By celebrating as many moments and achievements as you are literally training the brain to succeed. We celebrate success with the products, new enrollments, personal breakthroughs, and any type of rank advancement. We celebrate when people take on more leadership or have personal life victories outside of network marketing. We celebrate people joining the community. We celebrate just about anything we can. We use both public and private social media platforms to do this and celebrate team members on live calls. We text and make phone calls to congratulate people when they reach goals. Recently, a team member earned an incentive trip. She was not aware that she had qualified, so her enroller got a group of people on a call with her secretly. She didn't know any of us were on the call. Then, when he made the big announcement, we all cheered and shouted for her. It was such a magical, emotional moment that we started doing it more often as a team. In most people's everyday lives, they rarely hear any encouragement or get recognition for a job well done. So coming into a community that celebrates you for so many things is so gratifying for people because they are having new life breathed into them. Who wouldn't want to be part of a community that is constantly building them up and cheering them on? Some people will work harder for recognition than they will for anything else. Some teams have a culture of gift giving as part of their recognitions. But I have mixed emotions about this. Yet it is incredibly a thoughtful thing when someone takes the time to purchase and send you something for your hard work. However, because we live in a world of duplicatable actions and activities, gift giving can create feelings of not being good enough or not being able to keep up. If your enroller expresses congratulations via gifts, then that is what you in turn think you are supposed to do as your team begins to move up the ranks. Sometimes team members are just not in a position financially to spend money in this way. It can create animosity within teams. People see others getting gifts, and if their enroller is not also doing that, they can begin feeling like they are on the wrong team. I actually had a girl quit my team because she saw another team giving a specific gift that I wasn't providing for a particular achievement. Wow, guys, that's something to think about, don't you think? Another reason I have mixed feelings about recognizing your team with their own incentives is if your company's compensation plan is a well-rounded one, it will have many ways for you and your team members to earn commissions, gifts, rewards, and incentives. You shouldn't have to add to it to incentivize your team. If you coach your team that they need more than what your comp plan has to offer, then you are essentially de-edifying your comp plan. You're telling your team that what your company offers isn't enough. If you want to build loyalty and trust in your company, you do not want to share the message that what they offer is not enough. Having special team contests and incentives is great, as long as it doesn't become the only reason your team decides to get into action. Systems. People cannot be duplicated, but systems can. What does it mean to have a system? A system is a specific set of procedures that your team follows with every new team member and customer. Having a system allows anyone and everyone on your team to have the same chance at success, no matter who their enroller is. Sadly, people often get enrolled by someone who loses interest, quits, or is also so new that they don't know what to do in order to succeed. In most cases, that person is left high and dry. In this scenario, I will always suggest that you need to reach out to the company and find the next active person in your upline and connect with them. However, imagine if everyone on your team had access to the same information that is laid out in a straightforward format with the exact steps they needed to take. A system empowers people to take action. The system gives people confidence and empowers more belief because they don't fear the fear of the unknown. They know exactly what to do to have access. We began implementing systems many years ago. Over the years, they have evolved and become readily available to the entire team because of a constantly advancing technology. If our goal for our team is to create as much duplication as possible, we need to make sure that everyone is doing the same thing every time. As a team grows, this becomes harder and harder to accomplish. Have you ever played the telephone game? It is nearly impossible to get the information accurate after it goes through a handful of people. The same thing happens when building teams. That is why having a simple system for everyone to follow increases the amount of duplication that can happen. There is always a breakdown at some point. As soon as people start to make changes to the message, it gives others permission to make changes, and before long, the original successful procedures have vaporized. If you do not have any type of system that you use for recruiting, get a new person started in leadership development, you are missing out on what could be much faster and an easier team growth. Systems make building more fun and much quicker. Hopefully, your company already has a system in place for you to use and train. If not, it will be up to you to create. While it may take a little time to create one and get everyone on board using it, the benefits will be felt instantly and the long-term rewards will inspire the entire team. When I first got started in my current company, I used the company presentation slides at all of my home presentations. Being the science dork that I am, I could talk science and statistics like no one else. I did a long and highly informative presentation, and I had an almost 100% sign-up rate at my presentations. It was awesome. I was being asked to present more and more for our team because of all the enrollment success. Then one day I woke up and said, why am I doing so many of these? Why isn't my team stepping up to present the opportunity themselves? Then it hit me. It's not what works, it's what duplicates that matters. They couldn't do what I was doing. I had made it too complicated and complex. It was useful information and people loved it, but it wasn't something that anyone but me could effectively present. Remember what I said earlier in this book. It's not what works, it's what duplicates that matters. What I was doing was working, but it was not duplicating. Our goal should always be to leverage the tools and the leaders on our teams and not just be the one everyone needs. Right then and there, I made a bold decision. I was going to revamp the presentation completely. I was going to make it much shorter and have an exact model for the team to follow, one that would allow anyone on the team to duplicate it, no matter who it was. At first, the team was skeptical about this major shift. The presentation went from 52 slides to 11 and 2 short videos. There was only a short amount of talking, and the videos themselves were doing the bulk of the work. I believed it would work, but we needed to test it out on the team and see if that is what we thought would work was true. I still remember the first time we presented it. A handful of leaders came to see it in action. It was so much shorter than before. We were all excited and nervous to see if this new simple format would yield any enrollments. And guess what? It did. The results were astounding. The team began implementing this new format and duplication started happening all over the team. People felt empowered to do presentations now because they knew they could be successful. And they didn't have to be an expert. The power of a simple, successful system can change your life and the lives of an entire team. Focus. What is your focus? Do you focus on helping your teammates get results on your products? Do you focus on building via social media? Do you focus on helping people rank advance? What exactly is your priority? For Bobby and me, we have always been single focused. Our focus is finding and building new leaders and teaching them leadership development in the network marketing profession. Bobby has been making this statement as long as I have been working with him. Build leaders and teams will come. We pour all that we have into helping our team step into leadership. We create opportunities for them to step into more leadership roles as they build their business so their teams can grow. What we know is that the more leaders we have on your team, the more leaders they will find or develop. And the results of having lots of leaders throughout your team is a massive financial windfall. We also are focused on helping our team earn as much money as possible by teaching the compensation plan repeatedly. When you help more people on your team to earn higher incomes, it will create more stability in your business. What a wonderful thing to have it duplicated throughout your organization. The healthiest teams where a lot of people are earning a lot of money. Here is the interesting thing about a strong team and strong company culture. Not everyone will fit. If someone's core values differ greatly, they will either evolve and change to fit into the culture or eventually leave. Speaking from years of personal experience, either outcome is welcome. Some people experience such incredible personal development because of being part of this profession and being a part of an effective team that they become deeply connected to its culture. Sometimes people are just not aligned and never will be, which can create a strenuous relationship instead of a healthy, growing one. This can cause strife on the team. It is perfectly okay for you and for the team that some people leave. When your culture is strong, people will continue to stick around and plug in, even if their business is no longer growing. We have had this happen many times over the years. People had small businesses. They made $500, $1,000 a month and never grew anything, never grew fast past it. But that always shows up. They always volunteered. They were stable. Let me reread that. They made between $500 and $1,000 a month and never grew past that. But they always showed up. They always volunteered. They were a staple and valued member of the team. Don't ever discount the people who continue to plug in and show up, even if they aren't your biggest team producers. Each person adds value to the team in their own unique way. And if I could comment off that remark, it's true. Not every network marketer, business builder has that dream of working their business as a lifestyle. They have the dream of working the business because they love the products and want to share the products and put money in their bank accounts. And it's okay. You have to accept those that at least they're doing something, they're selling something, they're, maybe they're not growing a big team, but not every network marketer is a team builder. So get into a good team if you have one and follow their instructions. But more importantly, do the mindset. You have to be doing the personal development because you want to grow personally as well as business-wise, because there's nothing worse than growing a business and having a lot of money coming in, but you don't have a good mindset about your lifestyle. And maybe you got the money, but you're just not happy. So you want to have happiness as well. So I hope that you're enjoying this reading and that you'll come back next week. We have a few chapters left. Let me take a peek here and see how many more weeks we have to go. We got chapter 10 next week, which is week 12. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more weeks. So we're going to be in next year when we finish this book. And I hope you'll stick around. And if you got a book that you think everyone would enjoy reading or listening to, let me know. I'd be happy to do another reading in 2023. I am reading several books right now. So I'm keeping myself busy. What are you doing? And you all have a very blessed Thanksgiving. And we will see you next Sunday. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Until next time, this is Coach MJ. Bye-bye for now.